Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Now we'll look at Villanova's starting lineup. They've got Cooper. Miller is out there with Bryant, and it's Ilgauskas in at the 4 slot. And Turner kicks to Turner. He dishes it to Doherty. 6 on the shot clock. From the stripe. They get it back. Shot's good. Turner's got the first basket of the game for the Longhorns.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. You know, getting the ball inside early.
And it worked to perfection, Clark, on that possession. We'll see how that plays out in terms of being a big part of their game plan.
Now here's Beal. That is his first foul of the game.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about 2005, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
Miller with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Edwards, he's checked in for Texas. And here. So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Miller. Cooper is out there with McAdoo, and it's Ilgauskas in at the 4.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
Villanova shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And we've seen Durant go on and do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year, the first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
And Cooper drops both of them.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country.
Now, here's Ellis. Here's Turner. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There's Miller with the 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. With the Texas Longhorn program, they've had a lot of NBA talent through the years. Greg Durant being the biggest name, but there are plenty.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge is not far behind in terms of his impact. Tristan Thompson, DJ Augustine, Avery Bradley. It's been a lot of great Longhorns to play in our league. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harvard.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Now, here's Ellis. Outside Turner. Six to shoot. That's tipped. Oh, and here we go now with Miller. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Miller's got 5 points so far.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Outside Turner. And there's the pass to Doherty. On the wing, Ellis. 4 dishes to Ellis. Out to the right wing. Here's Doherty. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Doherty's got his first points of the night. And it's Villanova with the ball. Trailing by 2. Feeds to Ilgauskas. And Villanova tacks on 2 more.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
My fault.
A platoon swap here for Texas. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Turner in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4.
Well, who could forget Villanova and their one college title? Come on now. It was one of the biggest Cinderella stories ever, one of the greatest upsets ever. Winning it all as an 8th seed, knocking down an outstanding Georgetown team back in '85.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Bryant. Cooper is out there with Miller, and it's Beal in at the point.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
On defense, Villanova following the basket by Freak. 14 feet away. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Well, talking about the Wildcats and what you were mentioning, the improbable title run in 1985 was certainly the stuff of movies. They got hot, Greg, at the right time.
And they had to take down 2 #1 seeds and also 2 #2 seeds in their path to win it all. Their biggest test being in the finals against the heavily favored Hoyas.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time.
And Villanova trails by 7. Turner, he's in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4 spot.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team.
Here's Turner. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Now Beal. Pass to Cooper. Here's the dish to Beal. To the inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Longhorns.
A lot of times when they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Inside, picked off in midair. Passes it to Miller. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
First free throw is good, and that one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Beal gets a wide-open look. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Turner against Beal. Shots good by Turner. And Texas leads by 8. Turner's gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. .125 left to play here in the second half. Beal from long range. That doesn't go either for Beal.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Here's Bryant, and laid in to finish the break.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Beal with the steal.
Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
Not a friend anymore. They've got to work quickly from here.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Beal against Turner. Beal with the steal.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Cooper against Doherty. Here's Ilgauskas. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
At the line for Texas.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Big-time trip to the line there, bringing this down to a 1-possession game.
And that's an intentional foul.
honestly just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management's crucial at this time of the game.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Villanova. And it's Miller penetrating. Beal, count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it?
Clutch! And now they decide to foul intentionally. And no problem there in the first free throw. 1-on-1 situation, so he'll get another. So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the three and be the three if that's going to happen.
So the Longhorns win it. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.